We will talk about the
Violent Night.
DC stuff, but let Attic talk about
Yeah,
this
so
Violent Night.
so
Yeah.
Violent Night. King hit me up last week because I want you to watch Violent Night. Unfortunately, I waited to the very last minute because I was going to watch a movie with King. It's the You People movie that's on Netflix.
Yes,
Unfortunately, I wasn't able to watch that.
I did,
But
and I got a whole bunch to talk about
I
it.
did watch Violent Night. Now,
Right.
why did you make me watch this movie? Like,
Okay, I'm 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 one of those people that I don't celebrate Christmas, but I love Christmas time movies. And Christmas time movies, you see people all in the spirit and stuff like that. And I think that stuff is really fun and cool. But this was a different twist on it. This was like a die hard twist on it. It was like, because everybody likes to say there's a big controversy. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Is it not? And it's a Christmas movie. Die Hard is a Christmas movie. To me, it is.
I
So,
guess me and you differ a little there. I would consider Die Hard a movie, like an action movie, taking place around Christmas or on
right.
Christmas.
But there's a lot of people that watch that on Christmas, right? A lot of us older heads. So this movie was in the vein of that, Santa Claus wanting to win his love back in Mrs. Claus. He's drinking. Santa Claus he's a lush, but not really. Santa Claus really believes the list is real. All that stuff is real, and the parents are trying to tell, the kids that Santa Claus isn't real. And when all right, so the whole premise of the movie is it's a interracial couple that have a daughter and they're on the outs and they're getting a divorce, or they've gotten the divorce, but they're separated, and they're spending the night at his mother's house, and she's immensely rich, and everybody's sucking up to the moms, because they want to be next in line for her money. And he's like really over it. He just wants his family, and he's trying to get back in good graces with his wife, his ex-wife, and they have their kid there, and she's the only kid of mixed color there, right? So, and not like that really matters. I don't even know why they did it, but they did it anyway. So she sends letters to Santa Claus, and you know, they told us Santa Claus wasn't real, but Santa Claus is trying to make his run for the night, and he gets stuck in this house. And this house is that house. And lo and behold, a hit squad is there to
And it's a hit squad. Like,
get the money. And they infiltrated the place by posing as the help. And it's a wild, wicked turn of events. And there's so much joy to see. But as he's going along, he's doing Santa Claus stuff, and he's telling these people, yeah, when you went bad when I brought you the bike when I got you the bike for Christmas, and you ran over your cousin's finger or something like that, and he's like, that made you a bad boy. And he started saying the hit squad's names, because they was going by names like Peppermint Patty and Candy Cane and the Pillsbury Doughboy, stuff like that, Holly Christmas stuff. And he just started calling them out by their real names. So these dudes is like, how does dude knows our name? It was so much fun, because then they go into the lore of how he became Santa. And I thought the movie was really good in its execution, and it stayed true to what it was. It was a movie about Santa Claus trying, maybe giving up on the love, and him and Mrs. Claus ain't as tight as they supposed to be, but he sees this family fighting for their stuff, and this little girl who is like Home Alone too. Is like, it was a slash Home Alone movie. I just thought it was
yeah,
really
I
nice.
actually I did like when they were in
The attic.
the attic and there was a lot of like Home Alone vibes going. That was cool.
Yeah.
It's just like, I'm not saying that it was a bad take on something. It's just, okay. Here's my biggest thing. Okay,
All right, talk to me.
I was for this when I thought that he was gonna have some form of, like, what's what I'm looking for, like magical powers to fight like this army, because that's what it was. It was an army he was
Yeah, it was
against.
Army.
And to me, he's a magical being. I thought they were going to take more of that aspect, because at that point, when like, you know, what happens in like the barn area.
Yeah,
It's like, you mean to tell me this dude didn't get hit? Really? Like,
but he's
it didn't feel
Santa.
realistic to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but he was Santa when he got that sledgehammer, and he was like Thor. It it was a hope movie, and it gave a lot of hope. You know, that little girl had a lot of hope. And then you found out a lot of things about how the hit squad got tipped off. Because I really encourage everyone to see the movie. Be honest with you, this is a guilty pleasure. This is a night
It's
that
definitely a guilty pleasure.
you go get a little drink, a little sit down. It's a guilty pleasure. This is something that I guarantee you would tell somebody about it after you see it, be it good or be it bad, but it's definitely going to get out some laughs in you, and it's going to give you that Christmas feel. So if you didn't get a good Christmas movie this year, I think Violent Night definitely fit that bill. And if you're a person that likes, a little blood splatter here and there, because I'm going to tell you right now, they don't mince words. It's definitely heavy on the cursing, and it's definitely heavy on the violence.
And the gore is kind of insane. I
Out
think
of
that's
control.
my only thing. It was like, I feel like the first part, okay, where I would have liked it to have been a redemption. He's
Right.
losing faith in himself. He's starting to lose his own powers. You know what I'm saying?
But he
And
did get redemption when the reindeer showed up.
I feel you, but it just to me, it should have been more him. Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
I feel you.
I'm feeling like the beginning, when they show up at the beginning, they do their thing, and he's having to like pretty much fight them as a man, because his own mind has put him on that level, because he's not really, because you even see he's having a hard time using his powers at the beginning.
Oh yeah.
And
Because
to me,
people stopped believing.
I wanted it to be one of those things where the longer the movie goes by, the more he gets back into his vibe. And then you start seeing, instead of walking around with objects, and that's all I'm going to say,
right?
He's walking around using his own stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
When they did the
magic bag,
I thought they were going to utilize that more.
Yo, that magic bag is crazy.
Here, let me go to the spoiler room real quick. Like, I thought what was going to happen is they were going to use the magic bag, like she was going to end up wishing for stuff for him to use to fight. You know what I'm saying?
That would be crazy.
But it's just like, to me, it's just like,
that's a part 2 though.
Is it out?
No, I mean, that's for part 2. I mean, I thought the movie was good enough that it deserves a part 2. But let me get this super chat. The Black Harry Potter $5 super chat. Record of Ragnarok is fire. Hogwarts Legacy in 8 days, people. Definitely. If that's something that you definitely looking forward to, hell yeah. But, Record of Ragnarok is definitely crazy. I probably said Ragnarok of the Gods. yeah. Record of Ragnarok. Yeah.
That's my only thing. My only thing is, why didn't you use more of your powers? Like, if it would have been one of those things,
I think his powers were diminished.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, the first set of people, he had to fight them man to man. You know what I'm saying? But then when it came to like the people in the bar, when the reinforcements showed up, and that's all I'm going to read that up. When the reinforcements showed up, and it seemed like it was over for him. I'm thinking he about to use some like magic to get out of this. No, it just ironically, everyone got bad aim. No one aims to shoot. They shoot to aim.
All bad guys can't shoot. They're stormtroopers. They went to the stormtrooper school of aiming.
I would have preferred if that particular moment, like he has like some kind of uppity thing where he starts believing in himself, and then you see that juice starting to fly. It could even have been that gory. I don't mind the gory. I don't mind using Santa Claus, but I'm like, what's the difference between having any other person in there doing that? You could have took Santa Claus out of the equation, and not much would have changed.
Yeah, but you lose
to me, Santa Claus was the golden goose in this matter. And to me, you didn't utilize the Santa Claus portion of the movie.
But that's what it is about. Nobody believed anymore. And he got his powers back because one girl truly believed. And as more people started believing, his powers started coming back. Because remember, when he started saying those guys' names, they started believing.
And I feel you on that. I just personally feel like when the second set of people showed up, when he was in that barn, would have been lit as if he started just like with the magic
you
thing.
You wouldn't have got his backstory then. You wouldn't have got how he became Santa Claus and why he was able to do the stuff that he was able to do. Because oh boy was wicked with his hands, boy. Santa Claus get busy.
I just think it would have been cool if he really utilized that in that barn. Like there was some kind of flashback, maybe something happened where he like thought of something that his wife said or something, and he got those juices back. They could have cut the gore. They could have kept everything. And like imagine him if they wouldn't have burned the biggest thing they had, which was the little Santa thing. The magical bag thing, and he's just reaching like for nunchucks and stuff in this bag. You know what I'm saying? Like
they had to take away his advantage to make him gritty with it. I'm sorry. I like what they did. They put him at a disadvantage, and to show you that Santa's gonna overcome, all he needs just one person to believe in him. I fell for the movie hook, line, and sinker. My rating of popcorn for the movie is a 3 popcorn. Definitely something to pique your interest. Get in there and check it out. I get 3 popcorn for him, man.
So you give 3?
Yeah,
I gotta give it 2.
All right, I feel you. God bless. I hear that.
I'm not saying, that it wasn't a bad movie. I just personally feel like the things that I would have watched for cool concept. You get Santa Claus. Santa Claus is in there, but what I would have enjoyed is for them to utilize that Santa Claus thing. You know what I'm saying? For them to have used the magical abilities or something like that. Because to me, when I heard because I thought this was about Santa Claus going loco. That's what I thought it was about. But then when I kind of like understood what was about to happen, that's what I thought was going to happen throughout the whole movie. Is like he was going to start like, being really fast or something or like, because a lot of like religious.
Well, he did use his magic to fly away on some stuff.
Yeah.
Don't go give Santa Claus his credit, man.
I get you. I get you.
They had to do stuff for Santa. Man, I want to spoil it so bad, but I don't because it's such a dope film. But let's get on to this old film you had me watch that came out in